Good evening, boys and girls. This is Miss McDaniel with the daily math recap. I know it's been a minute before I've put one out there, but I thought today would be a good day to make one, considering we were talking about dot plots today, and that's a new, almost new concept that you haven't been exposed to yet. So today we're going to be talking about data analysis, and we're going to be using dot plots to help us. So the first, a dot plot, or sometimes it might be called a line plot, that's another term for it, is line plot, is a graph that shows the frequency of events written on a number line. So it's much like a frequency table, only it's written on a number line. So I want to introduce you to this problem that we're going to work through so I can show you some of the parts of a dot plot. Here is our problem. So a dot plot has a number line, as you see here, and it has a title. These numbers are the distances, and they're in kilometers. Then we have the dots. And so if we read our problems, members of a hiking club made a dot plot of the distances they hiked. What is the greatest distance they hiked? What is the least distance they hiked? Well, the dots all stand for members. So each one of these dots is one member who hiked a certain distance. And these are the distances on the bottom. You see that they're at an interval of 5/10, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, and 10. And there was a hiking trip. So if we were to start with the question, first let's look at the first question, which is, what is the greatest number that has a dot above it? And that would be 9.5. You notice that there are no dots above 10, so no one hiked a distance of 10. So it would be 9.5. What is the least number that has a dot above it? And that would be 7.0. Now, those aren't the only questions that we can answer by using a dot plot. We can answer, what is the difference between the greatest distance hiked and the least distance hiked? Well, the greatest distance hiked is 9 and 5/10, and the least distance hiked is 7 and 0/10. And if I want to find the difference, I would subtract and get 2 and 5/10. Another question that can be asked using a dot plot: how many students hiked 9.0 kilometers? Well, if I look down here, I find 9.0 kilometers, and then I count how many dots. Remember, dots are the members, the students. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 students hiked 9 kilometers. All right, one more. I want to take you through a multi-step problem using a dot plot. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see it and get it focused for you. All right. For 10 straight days, Samantha measured the amount of food that her cat Dewey ate, recording the results on a dot plot. What is the total amount of food that Dewey ate? First, ask yourself, what do you need to know? Well, according to this, it says that she measured the amount of food that she ate and recorded the results on the dot plot. So here's the amount was eaten in cups. So I need to know the different amounts that she ate. So on my, what do I need to know? I need to know that she ate 1/4 of amount. She ate 1/4 again. 3/8. 1/2 3 times. 5/8 3 times. And 3/4 one time. So I need to know the amount she ate each time. What steps could you use to find the total amount of food that Dewey ate? Well, if I wanted to find the total amount she ate, I would need to add the amounts all together. So let's do that. I've got 2 1/4 cups, so that's 1/2. 1/4 plus 1/4 is 1/2. I've got 3/8 one time, so that's 3/8. I've got 1/2 two times, or 3 times, that's 1 and 1/2. I've got 5/8 two times, so that's 10/8, or 1 and 2/8, which is equivalent to 1 and 1/4. And I've got 3/4 one time. So now I'm going to take all of my totals here. 1/2 plus 1 and 1/4 plus 3/8 plus 3/4 plus 1 and 1/2, and give my total. So I have 1/2 and 1/2, which makes a whole. Then I have another whole, so that's 3. Then I have 1/4 and 3/4, that's another, that's 4. And then I have 3/8 left. So I have 4 and 3/8. So Dewey ate 4 and 3/8 cat food. Okay. So using my dot plot, I can answer different questions by going through each step as if I was doing a problem-solving model. Okay. Well, I hope this helps you. And again, make sure you bring any questions to class if you have any.